Okay. So it's so wonderful to have you joining me this morning, as Pro
Yeah,
Sharp,
thank you.
to talk about your life. Yeah, your motherline specifically. So I'm really excited about learning more about you because we met a long time ago when you were working on
Yeah,
the Healing Passage. And, I mean, that was a film, but it's really, really indicative of your life. I mean, you are such, you know, a medicine woman, like literally.
thank you. The film
So,
is 20 years old, so that was 30, almost 30 years ago, 25 to 30 years ago.
yeah, yeah, really.
And you were doing your thing too, radio and the celebrations of Maafa, the
Mhm.
gathering people together to do that. Yes.
Yeah, this is our 30th anniversary of the Maafa Commemoration.
Uh,
Yeah.
is it this year?
October.
No, October. Okay.
hmm
Remind me. I might try to come out. That'll be great.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be amazing. Oh,
Yeah, I'd
that
love
would be
to do that.
so good. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be such a blessing for us. Wow, that would be really
For
super.
me, yeah.
Yeah. And Hadia introduced us to you, right? Hadia McLeod. Is she
You
how
want me to just,
hmm?
I'm trying,
Hadia?
there's no ideas in my life. I'm trying to,
Oh, Hadia, Jacqueline Hadia McLeod. I thought I don't know if you got in touch with her. And then we did the special screening of your film at Alan Laird's Expressions Gallery.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
And
that was
Dafina
really
was
nice.
up there.
Hmm?
Dafina was up there then. And Elaine
hmm
Armour,
Yeah, Daphne was here, yes.
Aquarian Circle, yeah.
Yeah. And then sent me that lovely Tom Feelings book um as a present. I still have it with your
Middle
signature.
Passage, yeah.
And the middle passage. And gosh, yeah, because it's so funny. I was just thinking about um your film, and I was just thinking, wow, it would be so nice one day to be able to have our do the healing passage, with the art stations and things like that.
Mm.
I
Oh,
thought,
yeah. Mhm.
yeah, because I've been wanting to do that ever since I saw your film.
Yeah. But Ryula is here in Los Angeles, her exhibit.
hmm
The artist who created that, she's here in LA.
Right. Yeah, I know. Because I got a chance to meet her when I came down there and we went to a play, or we met up at a play, the Robeson Theater.
Mhm.
I don't know what the play
Yeah.
was we saw, but yeah, I got a chance to meet her. And I think she might have been on my radio show um
Probably.
and
Probably.
to talking about the film with you,
Mhm.
I believe. Yeah. So tell us about yourself because I don't have a bio to read. So yeah, like unpack S Pro Sharp for
I
me.
am blessed to be a creative writer, filmmaker, director, playwright, actor, and I consider it a blessing to have been given those assignments on the planet. I also came to realize I never married or had children, but I realized that one of my other roles was to be an aunt to different people, aunt and godmother. And I don't know that that's worked out really well, but I'm still working on it. And also, I began to realize that I showed up in people's lives at points of emergency
Hmm.
and was able to help them. And then they went on, and very often I never saw those people again,
Hmm.
ever. So that's been an interesting uh, journey.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of my studies with the Aquarian Spiritual Center that I became clear that we do have an unction. The question is, what is your unction? Why are you on the planet? What is it that you are supposed to do? And sometimes the plans that we have for ourselves don't match the plans that the universe has for us. And so we have to come into alignment with that. That's been part of the journey. That's been the road of the journey I've kind of been walking on. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah. Wow, interesting. So, the Aquarian Center, as a place in Southern California?
The Aquarian Spiritual Center was a branch of the Aquarian Bookshop, and it was started by Dr. and Mrs. Lagan, and they had a 20-year Black Gnostic Studies program.
Hmm.
And so many of the teachers that we know, some who are ancestors, the DC Sanika, Dr. Joseph Agua, Sister Elaine, Elaine Word, she owns a flower shop now up north. All of them were teachers, Dr. Asani Perry, and they studied with Dr. Lagan and studied long enough to become teachers of Black Gnostic studies, each one with a particular specialty. Raymond Shields was one. Queen Mother that we lost recently, Heishima, Adisi's wife, Gloria Senika, or Heishima Senika. So it was some heavy study work, and I didn't do the heavy part very well. But there were pieces of information that would drop down in each class that I could take that sentence or those couple of sentences and run with it and understand how it affected my life and and how it affected how my life could affect other people.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it was deep.
Right, yeah. And I think you told me that you're from New York?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah,
I
yeah.
lived in New York for a while, but I'm from Cleveland.
Okay, okay.
Born, bred, and raised, as they used to say.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So how was that growing up in Cleveland?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Cleveland at that time was a thriving city because of the steel mills. It's right on Lake Erie.
Mhm.
It was a art center. It's still an art center. So in my coming up, the arts are very important. So every year, as part of our school program, we would go to Severance Hall and hear a concert that was designed just for young people. We would go to see a Shakespeare play. We'd go to some other entity in the city. So, and then in addition to that was being provided by the public school system. And then I had private piano lessons and dance lessons and things. So my mother
Mhm.
was always said that we were poor. And I was like, why does she keep saying that? We're not poor. You know, I have 3 meals a day. I have Sunday go to Sunday clothes and play clothes and school clothes, and so I never felt that sense of being poor, even though I grew up in the projects.
Mhm.
Grew up in the Central Avenue project. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, what questions do you want to expand on since I gave you so many?
Yes, you did. I picked initially for on the beginning half. I picked 1 and 2,
Okay.
and several on 8. Not all
Okay.
of them. And then I picked.
Okay, we could just do one and two first, so I don't have to hold them.
Okay, okay.
So, one is, can you share stories in folk or people medicine your mom and other matriarchs shared that guide you now?
Yes. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, Ethel, used to
Hmm.
always say, learn to grow old gracefully. When I was young, it was like, yeah. I'm not old. And then as I got into my 30s, I began to hear her and I would observe women and I would think, oh, she's growing old gracefully. And I see
Hmm.
someone else and say, she's not growing old gracefully. But I realized another decade later that I was looking at it from a physical viewpoint. This person, the way they're dressing or the way they're carrying themselves, they're trying to look like they're younger than they are, and that's not working. And then as I became an elder, I realized that growing old gracefully had a much wider, expansive uh, field of field of thinking. That there were things that I could hold on to, things that I could let go of. Um, that there was a certain awareness about being older and being an elder that comes into play. That I wish our country and our society spent more time looking at. They look at the health. They look at the condition, the physical conditions of the body, and then they look at the mental conditions once you're already sick, once you already have Alzheimer's or some other kind of mental deterioration. but they don't necessarily look at what it means to grow old gracefully in a mental, social, and physical combination of information to recognize what it is you need to let go of and be comfortable with that, to
Hmm.
recognize that your body is making changes that cannot be correct, cannot all, do not necessarily need to be corrected by the latest drug, the latest cream, the latest powder, the latest whatever. That some of what is happening to us is all right because it's normal and it's natural. And
Hmm.
our society tends to fight against that. So we have this whole anti-aging line of products, anti-aging programs. And just to say anti-aging is a contradiction to nature because we are aging.
Hmm. Yeah, very nice.
Your picture froze. Are you okay?
Hmm?
Your picture froze. Are you?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's not frozen on my side.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can hear me though, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, super. Um, yeah, oh, I love
I try
that.
not to deal in the anti. If I see anti-aging on a product, I'm like, no, they're not. They're speaking a language I don't want to speak.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
The other answer to that question is I worked a lot with Via Richards,
Oh,
and
yes.
Via said, "There's a whole new woman who has come to live in this body. She
Oh,
doesn't eat what I eat. She doesn't wear the clothes I wear. She doesn't think the way I think. But I have to get to know her because if I don't, she's gonna kill me."
I love it. A whole new woman's coming to live in this body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she don't eat what I eat. She don't dress like I dress, but she gonna if I don't get to make friends with her, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you've been surrounded by some really marvelous women.
I
I mean,
have.
like,
I've been trying to write about my three divas. Frances E. Williams was the first one, and then Bea Richards. And as you know now, I'm working with Mildred Pitts Walter, who at this moment is 102 years old and still functioning and still thinking and still running parts of her life. And so it's been a blessing to have, that's another part of the calling to be available to elders, but for these three women specifically who are such phenomenal women, to be a part of their lives and to work with the projects they were working with. It's just an absolute blessing tied up in the ribbon, and a lot of learning, a lot of learning. What happened? Yeah. Well, I'm seeing me, but you disappeared. I'm seeing me moving, but you disappeared. And I can't, and when I go to, what happened was I had gallery view where I could see you on top of me on the bottom. And all of a sudden it switched to just my view. So when I went back up to view and hit gallery, it's still just showing me. And, well, I don't think if it is a problem, do you think it's on my end or your end? Mm-hmm. But how do you use it on YouTube if you're just doing the audio? You, no, when you sent me the questions, you said I've done 4 or 5 of these already, and they're on YouTube. Oh, oh, they're audio. Oh, okay. You made me put on makeup and comb my hair when you've done this audio. Okay. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, as you were frozen for quite a while. Looking at the next question. Yeah. So I'm going to call you or you're going to call me. Yeah, I need the number. 1 second. But I didn't write that down because it clicked in. So give me everything I need. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll hang up and start over. Bye. Hello, Wanda. Hello. Wanda, come on, come on, come on, come on. 4 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Let me call. What's happening? Okay. And then my screen is up. Okay, I see me. I don't see you. Let me see if I go to gallery. Okay. Okay. So should what do I do on my end? What do I do? Do I close out or do I? Okay. All right. I'm going to keep my Zoom screen up, but I'm going to go into my office and work on my laptop while you figure this out.
Here you are. Okay. You were the host, while things were acting. So your video is on.
Okay, here I am.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we're on the phone, right? So I can hang up now.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe I just needed to update the app. I don't know. But anyway, we're back together. So that's good.
As we get through, I've got a meeting trying to set an appointment with my technical person.
Okay.
It's insane.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Let me go back to the questions. Okay.
Where
Gosh,
were we?
let's see. I think we were talking about, all these your family, your family of origin and your family of choice and all these wonderful
Yeah, yeah.
women, oh my gosh, that you call friend and mother and sister and child and like, oh, I mean, when you talked about when we had that wonderful celebration of Bea Richards on her centennial year, that was so wonderful. And I'm like, wow, I mean, you just full of so much, like I don't know all that you've done. I remember that book you wrote, the for the beginners. It was about Black women, I think.
Black Women for Beginners.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think I even knew you then.
Still in
I just
print.
I just saw it and I'm like, oh, just like the Maafa for beginners. I'm like, I didn't know the brother who did that. But now I'm in his email list. I've been in his email list for many, many years, and I've actually called him because he always has his phone number there.
Who did Maafa? Who did that? Who did the
That
Maafa?
was S.E. I think his last name is Anderson.
I see. Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
out of New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is amazing.
He is. He is.
So
I
erudite.
think he also did one before Maafa for them on Black History either.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He did. Yeah, but you all are like just regular walking with us and you say hi like to us. I mean, it's like, yeah, and these books are so iconic and so necessary. But you're Black women. I love the cover.
But
So
it's interesting since they had the Eaton fire. Some of my friends are trying to rebuild their libraries. So one of them said he called one of the Black bookstores where he had ordered things and said, "Look, can you order this? Whatever I ordered before, order it again because everything was lost." And so the libraries that were lost, and music and art and film and literature during that fire is just astounding.
mm,
Astounding.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, I hadn't even thought about that. I was thinking about, so people's, you know, personal archives, the photos, those memories.
And
And
whatever materials and research and all was a part of creating the projects they created.
mm-hmm,
That too is, yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah,
So question two,
yeah.
what
What
have
have
you
you
learned?
learned about yourself as you walk this path? Is there a little goddess sprinkling flowers by your feet, softening your landings?
um, what I've learned and what I'm still in the process of learning is accepting the process of adapting to being older, to being an elder. And there's the physical older, and then there's the community uh, elder. And so when people start calling you elder and queen mother, you're like, they're talking to me. And then, oh yeah, I guess they are. So it took a period of time to realize that that's where I was being seen, that's how people were seeing me. I would go into a Latino grocery store and people wanted to carry the groceries to my car and open the door and everything. And I wasn't used to that. Oh, it's the gray hair. Okay.
Mhm.
They have a deep respect for elders in their community. And so it gets expressed in those ways. The good part for me, and I know I know some people wrestle with this, but the good part for me was recognizing that I no longer have unlimited time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that has shifted my perspective on so many things. Um, because if you don't accept that on the process, on the way to the ending, then you're behaving in a particular way that isn't matching where you are on the path. So I'm trying to understand that and accept and act accordingly. So a lot of releasing of physical, mental, emotional stuff. And it's been, for me, it's been wonderful because I accept that I no longer have unlimited time.
Mm-hmm.
So do I want to come to your such and such when I've already seen it 18 times? No, I'm been there, done that. I'm going to stay
Mm-hmm.
home and do something else or do something different.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And
Yeah.
then what are the, I pick projects up and it's like, okay, if I didn't finish this project in the last 15 years, what is the chance that I'm going to finish it in the next 6, 8, 10 years? Probably not. So
Mm-hmm.
can I let it go? Can I release it? Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe I need to do work on it. Maybe I need to find someone else who can pick it up and run with
Mm-hmm.
it. But all it is through that lens of there is now a time limit left. The
Mm-hmm.
parking meter is going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, the whole thing around sort of prioritizing things, giving yourself permission to let things go. How
Mhm.
easy was that part to like give
That's
yourself,
very hard.
oh,
Yeah. So, well, some things like, oh, this has got to boom. And at one point, half of my living room was things that were leaving out here. I went through every cupboard in my kitchen because I don't entertain anymore the way I used to. So why was I keeping huge pots to make, spaghetti? And
mm-hmm,
I went through every drawer in my clothes closet, and then I started working on the office. And then the hard part is the creative projects because that's what I do. And
mm-hmm,
so I found that I was spanking myself for not finishing projects that nobody knew about in the world but me. So why why am I doing this to myself? And
mm-hmm,
so just really being able to say, what are the chances and what is the value of this piece now? Does it need to be passed on? Does it need to go in the trash? Do I
mm-hmm,
need to put it aside and maybe get to it? It's an really interesting time, but I'm enjoying that part of it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you have like a list, like how many projects that you
I
have?
have I have contests with myself to see how many things I can throw out, how many pages I can get rid of. I'm a cookie monster, so if I get rid of 30 pages in this pile here, I can go have it. I can go have some. Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's great.
serious. It's a serious contest going on over here.
Yeah, but you have rewards for yourself.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
immediate,
mm-hmm. Oh,
you get a
gratification.
cookie.
That's right.
Very nice.
10 more pages. No, no, keep that. Oh, no, that can go. Yeah.
Hmm. Any particular kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip,
Mm.
my favorite. But I treat myself well. I get the good stuff. So,
Hmm. Yeah. Oh,
mhm.
nice, nice. I have to remember that. Bring you some chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
Because my children's father is he he's a baker and he has these really and his line is called the no cookie cookie. And
Really?
yeah, because they're not refined sugar. And he has a really like when I could eat chocolate. Oh man, his chocolate chip is amazing.
Are they available in anywhere online or in stores? Or?
Yeah, they're online, but they might be at some stores because he used to have some because he ships them. So there might be at because they're usually in health food stores.
Okay,
So
then
they
maybe
might be at Ewan's or whatever. Um, so yeah, I'm sure they're in Southern California,
I will look for them.
but you can also get them online.
Okay,
But
Black-owned business. Yeah, of course you want to support that.
yeah, yeah. And my daughter, his daughter, did the website
Okay,
and did all the photo stuff because his daughter is on the label. Yeah,
maybe
she's
I
not that age anymore, but
maybe I saw that in the
yeah,
Black
he's
Health
he's
Store in Slauson. Yeah.
oh maybe yeah, because
So,
he's been in business like we've been divorced like. I don't know, 30, not 30 years, 20 something years. I mean, a long time.
Mhm.
Um, and we started the bakery together.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, my older daughter used to be the one who was on the
On the cover.
on not on the cookie because we wasn't online back then,
Mhm.
but we had a bakery like a brick and mortar, and she was on the sign and the cookie they had a hummingbird drinking nectar from the cookie that she was holding.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, really cute. Yeah, you know where Marcus Books is, right, in Oakland?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, we were in the block ahead of it
Okay.
on Martin Luther King Jr. Way now. Used to be Grove Street.
I may have been in your store years ago then.
Yeah, maybe. He didn't have the cookie back then. He was just making the pies, honey custard delight, and other types of things. And I was doing cake decorating, so I would make cakes to
I
go.
was probably in there because most cities I go to, I know where the bakeries are. In the Black community, yeah. I knew where the bean pie place was up north in Oakland.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So what other questions?
Um, Under wisdom, what would you have liked to know that you can share with other women?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have lived longer than any of the other women in my life that I'm aware of. I've lived longer than my mother lived, than my maternal grandmother, my
Mm-hmm.
paternal grandmother, my great grandmother, um, my step grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched my mother's body deteriorate, and it was a shock to me because I wasn't around her all of the time because she lived in Ohio and I lived out here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I watched her her body deteriorating in an aging way, more than in an not an illness, but just in an aging way, and it was just stunning because I wasn't expecting that
Mm-hmm.
because we don't talk about that part of the process the same way we don't talk about they don't share the menopause um, stuff, and so that was one of the things that was a challenge because now I have to watch my that same thing happening to my physical body.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're in the age of anti-aging, which is contradictory to the natural development of life to an
Mm-hmm.
extent. And so that's something that I think in our circles we might talk more about. We don't talk as much about
Mm-hmm.
that process. Um, and there's both disappointment and then there's also determination to lessen the degree of that deterioration. I don't ever remember seeing my mother exercise.
Mm-hmm.
She was small, she wasn't overweight, she was thin, but I don't ever remember seeing her exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm trying to do some little bit of exercise all the time, even if I'm dancing in the kitchen while I'm cooking.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. What do I
Oh.
need? The question, what do I need more of? I need more
Mm-hmm.
support in this new world technology.
Mm-hmm.
I'm desperately reaching out for it because it's sucking my blood right now. And I know that I'm supposed to be adapting to it. But
Mm-hmm.
one of the interesting things about being this age is I don't feel obligated to take on adapting to stuff just because somebody else feels that that's what I need to do at this
Mm-hmm.
time. So send me somebody who thinks this is fun
Mm-hmm.
and knows
Yeah.
which buttons to push and tell me when you're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Because it takes so much time to become an expert. So why not just hire somebody, like have someone, you know.
Yeah, but it's trying to find the right person to do that, to turn your stuff over. And the
Mm-hmm.
other thing in that question is trying very much to have less to do.
Yeah.
To-do list, my to-do list to have grandchildren. So
Mm-hmm.
trying to trying to find less to do and doing it a little bit at a time. Like if I go out to the farmer's market on Sunday mornings, that's always a very relaxing time. Even if I
Mm-hmm.
say I'm going to do it quickly, I just sit down when I get there because there's so much to see and the smell
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoy it. I love it. So if I have to run out and get gas and do something else, can I take a short walk? can I stop in this store and meander? In other words, just
Mm-hmm.
slowing down, just taking time to do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as women who've been doing everything as fast as we can for
Mm-hmm.
centuries, for decades, centuries, as it goes back into the motherline, that
Mm-hmm.
taking time to do nothing is sometimes difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But once I do it, I enjoy it. But
Yeah.
in the back of my head is whatever I didn't get done is sitting there waiting. It didn't go away.
Yeah.
It's sitting there waiting.
Hmm. Yeah. So could I ask you, what age are you now that you outlived everyone else?
I'm 82.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 82.
Gosh, my mother's 82.
Uh-huh. I told you when you said your mom was 82, I said, yeah, so am I. Maybe even more. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really? You are
Mhm.
so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's one of my blessings that I,
Yeah, well, no, you have certainly earned the um, you know, the grace, to be able to like sit at the farmer's market and just enjoy the farmer's market, before you
Mhm.
go off to something else. Yeah,
Mhm.
because I was just thinking to myself, it's like, I used to like put four or five activities. I would like stack them. I would go here, and then I would go here. I would start out early. So I have a 2 o'clock, I have a 4 o'clock, I have a 6 o'clock, and I have an 8 o'clock. And then I get home at 10. And
Mhm.
I'm like, now it's like, if I could just do one nice thing, I'm good. Like I could just do
Mhm.
this one thing. And then
Yeah.
sometimes I think, I don't think I want to leave the island today. I think I just want to go for a bike ride. I don't feel
Mhm.
like rushing, sitting in
Mhm.
traffic for an hour for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go another time because the exhibit will be there, and the talk, maybe it was recorded. And if it wasn't,
Mhm.
oh well, I'll read the catalog.
Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't there another 30 talks that you can, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, and the guilt thing, not feeling guilty, not feeling like I have to do everything. Because I think, wow, if you've done something for 30 years, 20 years, 25 years, I think you
Pause.
I think that's, like that's enough.
We're having an earthquake.
You are? We are?
Mhm.
Whoa.
That was a long one. It wasn't all that hard, but that was a long one.
We had an earthquake? Oh my
The
God.
whole time I had my hand up, and I said pause. You didn't even have to put my hand up because I would.
Yeah, I saw your hand. Yeah,
Do I
I
need to
thought,
move or not? But it was long,
oh,
but it was low. Yeah.
wow. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we do that in California. We do shake.
Mhm.
But wow, do you want to go and make sure everybody's okay that you know?
No, it wasn't. It was long. It wasn't that hard. It was like a jolt. And
Hmm.
sometimes I thought it waited to stop, but it didn't stop. It
Hmm.
kept kind of rolling, 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 rolling.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
We had an earthquake one time. I don't know what my mind just tripped. It was like an earthquake. Find your partner and take your partner's hand and stand. No, no, no. That was the elementary school. That was a fire drill. I was supposed to get under the table. No, no, that was a security drill. I can't remember what to do. And I sat down on the sofa and I just broke into tears. At that time, the earthquake was long over.
oh, okay.
I went back to elementary school with fire drill and then the security drill when we used to go under the table.
Yeah, I remember going up, and those desks, they wouldn't even hold us because they were like, there
Right.
wasn't enough
Yeah.
desks to hold,
Your
like,
butt was sticking out anyway.
right, right. And then your feet are touching your classmates' feet because we didn't fit under it. I mean, I was like
Yeah.
5, so I wasn't that big, but the desk is so little. And then we learned that you should get in the doorway. And I'm like,
The
this,
earthquake. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, wow, I hope I never have to test this. Like that the doorway would be strong enough to like keep something from crushing me.
I did in
Like,
94. Yeah. The 94
mhm.
earthquake. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But I heard also that some of this stuff, you know, was coming from um before I was born, but I don't know if you were born yet, but you know, the stuff around when they thought that we were going to get invaded as a country during the war.
Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't have we didn't have those shelters under the ground. So they're trying to like figure out how to survive an attack, a bombing or
And
something.
they had the sirens that would come on in your city. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Wow, wow. Yeah. Um, so
What do I hope for? What do
yeah,
I hope for
what do
now?
you hope for? Who's walking with you?
I hope for my ideal death,
Oh,
which
oh.
is that I will be on the dance floor dancing, or I will have a cup of ice cream in my hand, or something, doing something that I enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just leave the planet, somebody is nearby, I'm not by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I hope for, and I visualize in order to help that manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to remain clear-headed, and I want to continue to have an active connection to my community. And I want I don't want to leave a lot of work for other people to do, because I
Mm-hmm.
have helped close down so many people's apartments and houses and stuff. And I don't want to put people through that. So that's another part of the releasing that I'm very much involved with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how much easier can I make this on friends and family than I found it to be in other situations?
Mm-hmm.
And I have a chapbook out called What You Left Behind, which is a small collection of poems around that very idea, what you left behind. So around how the living deal with death and dying.
Mm.
So that came out 2 years ago.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Was that one that the California Library Association invited you to share or anything like that?
No, no, has
Okay.
been none of that. None of that.
Hmm.
So,
How do people get books that you've written?
they can order it online, and that one is also an ebook on Barnes and Noble.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that one's up as an ebook. Yes, it is as an ebook on Barnes and Noble.
Okay. Oh, super.
And who is walking with me?
Mm-hmm.
Friends who are in a similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been losing so many people lately, but we keep in touch with each other. We support each other because we're going through the same things pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, is very much walking with me. She's come to me in dreams. Information about a part of her life that I didn't know about came to me very
Mm-hmm.
suddenly one day, several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And in our real life connect situation, she was she was not a huggy person. When she lived with us, she had her own room, and she was very much in the kitchen because she was a master chef, and she taught me a lot about cooking. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, there wasn't a lot of social life. So together. So for her to begin to come to me in dreams and reveal things to me, um, and to show an affection that I didn't feel, I knew she loved me, and I didn't feel the affection that much, has been very, very revealing, very interesting,
Mm-hmm.
very transforming.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been writing some short stories about some of it. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Nice, nice.
And then, of course, we talked earlier about my three divas, Frances E. Williams, Via Richards, and Mildred Fitzwalter. So they are, although Mildred is still with us, she's walking with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other two are ancestors, and
Mm-hmm.
they are definitely walking with me.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on Via Richards' collection of essays. There's a brown girl in the ring, and we was trying to get a publisher. She died the day before we were to have the first meeting with the publisher, which was supposed to start the bidding war in the publishing industry. And
Mm-hmm.
then everybody ran and said, well, she can't go on Oprah. We can't promote the book. So they let it die. And
Oh.
then one day, Via woke me up, and after she had passed, this voice said, "Sister." I knew it was Via's sister. take it to the stage. Like, take what to the stage, Leah. Take. And then she was gone. Like, take it. Take what? Did she mean the essays to the stage?
Mm-hmm.
And I got up and I paddled down the hall into my office. And 4 or 5 hours later, I had literally transformed 4 of the essays into a reading for 4 voices on the stage. And so we've done it. We did it here in Los Angeles. We did it in Dallas and a couple other places. So
Mm-hmm.
that's some serious walking with me. Yeah.
Yes, but it's so it sounds so like her, like yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
So
That's
I have to wonder if we have not found a publisher for the book yet. Is it because she doesn't want the book? She just wants the stage version. I'm like,
mhm.
send me. I need another message. I've
Yeah.
heard from you for a while. Come on. Tell
Mhm.
me what
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
Oh, well, let me know if you ever reprise it. I would love to see it.
Okay. It hasn't been done up north at all. So
Oh, okay. Well, let me know how much it would cost. Maybe we could do some fundraising.
yeah. I like to, well, it's interesting. Initially, in each of the reductions, I required that the 4 actors in it had each worked with Via Richards, but it's been
Mm-hmm.
so long now that that doesn't work anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Glenn Turman is the one actor who has been in all of the productions. He and
Mm-hmm.
Via were very close, and he was in a couple of plays that she wrote at Inner
Mm-hmm.
City Cultural Center. So
Yeah.
he's been my anchor in making sure that things were all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Is um is this person still here with us?
Via?
No, no, the person who worked with her that was a part of the stage production.
Oh, Glenn Turman,
Yeah,
the actor, Glenn
yeah.
Turman.
Yes.
Yeah, he's had 3 movies come out last year.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
good. Okay.
he was in the movie about that Domingo starred in about creating the March on Washington, and he was in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom
Okay. Oh,
with
yeah, I saw
Viola
that one.
Davis. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay, good.
yeah.
Cool. And
So part 2.
mhm,
What are the activities and practices that I continue with? Dancing, not going to class because it's very hard to find a class for seniors. But some dancing in the house, around the house, social
mhm,
dancing, cooking, staying connected to my art and my work, trying
mhm,
to get back into my music. And I started keeping a small journal called P2D, which is Preparing to Die. And every once in a while, if I have a thought or a note on that, I write in it. And so I'm looking at a way to turn that into some kind of um,
mhm.
a visual product, a visual book.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
see.
nice.
We'll see.
Yeah. So you're a visual artist too?
No, I'm not, but I work with other artists. So
Mhm,
I will hire someone to help me do
mhm.
the visual part. I can sketch things. I know what I want.
Yes.
Like with Black Women for Beginners, I was able to tell the artist what I wanted, and she
Mhm.
made it happen.
Right.
Beverly Hawkins Hall, a wonderful artist to work with.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, nice, nice.
What do I most appreciate at this point in my life? I appreciate being able to say no
Mhm.
and not having to explain myself. As Queen Mother said, no. um, I appreciate the been there, done that,
Mhm.
not feeling that I need to support everything and everybody anymore because
Mhm.
it just isn't in my best interest to do it that way.
Mhm.
I enjoy watching how people respond when they see you as an elder, they see you as a queen mother. It took a
Mhm.
while to appreciate that shift,
Mhm.
but it's interesting. I went to a friend's celebration at Watts Towers. They were celebrating Alonzo Davis, uh,
Mhm.
who passed a couple of months ago. And when I got there, Nedra Wheeler and her pianist, it was fabulous. They were tearing it up. And it was packed. So I just found a place against the wall and I just slid down the wall and just sat on the floor and just let the music, spill over me and embrace me. But in a little while, somebody insisted that I had to take their seat. I had to take their seat. So
Mm-hmm.
even though I wanted to stay where I was, I I not acknowledged that they were treating me as they felt they should as an elder,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to block that kind of energy. So I took
Yeah.
the seat.
Yeah, you gave them that blessing. Nice.
And I received theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we can't fuss about at people about not behaving the way we want them to, and acknowledging us and respecting us, and then not giving them the space to do that. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, true, true.
so it's interesting just watching how people show up.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely.
What are my mantras? My mantras, one which has nothing to do with aging, is action over words.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I demand of other people, but then I have to provide that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Action over words.
Mm-hmm.
And as a writer, of course, we got the words, but are we backing it up?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Um, think pretty, be beautiful.
Mm.
Some days you look in the mirror and you just see the gray hair and the dry skin and the wrinkles and the puffy eyelids and this and that. So I just have to think about being beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
thinking pretty, and this is this is what it looks like. Sonia Sanchez was sharing with me. I got to call my sister too. She was sharing with me that when they were shooting the documentary on her, they had a day where they got up early in the morning. They picked her up. They went to the airport. They flew to upstate New York. They met. They did a met with a class of students. They had met with the faculty. They had dinner with the faculty. They did a show. They did the post-show reception. Got back in the plane. Flew back down. She lives in Philly.
Right.
Um, and she said, as they're driving up to her house, one of the crew members says, "I just want to touch you up a little bit, Miss Sanchez." And she said, "No." And they said, "No, just a little." She said, "Look, this is what a 15-hour day looks like, period. They need to see this. This is what a 15-hour day looks like." So
Mhm.
no, you're not touching up my makeup. So,
Very nice. 15-hour
mhm,
day. Yeah.
mhm, yeah,
Mhm.
at her age, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I honor that. I honor that. Um, and then I was in a yoga class with Conda Mason once, and I was going through a lot of stuff at the time, and I'd gotten to the class, and I was bent over in this posture, and she was walking, kind of putting her hand on people's back, touching them. And as she touched me, she said, not just to me, but to the class, "Release the struggle.
Ooh.
Girl,
Ooh.
release the struggle."
Love
Tears
it.
just started flowing down my face. And I have held on to that mantra for the last 20, 30 some years. Release the struggle. And that applies in so many different ways if you can just
Mm-hmm.
let it work for you.
Yeah.
So are we good?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm getting so much good stuff here, like just helpful. Like I can use this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's what we have to do for each other. Yeah, sure.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. Oh, so I love to dance too. And I was just thinking, like, I was looking online, like, where can I go dance?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah. So anyway, a friend of mine, her her birthday would have been on the 23rd, and she loved to dance. So another a mutual friend, I said we should get together and celebrate Monica.
Mm-hmm.
And and so there's on Thursday, she likes salsa. On Thursday, there's live music down the street, and it's so loud you could dance on the street. Like you don't have to even go in into the
Mm-hmm.
little space. We could dance right on the sidewalk. I don't know if it costs money, but it's like right there. And there's grass. It's a high school there. There's grass. We could dance on the grass even.
Yeah.
So I was like, we should dance, go dancing for Monica's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And and I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I could
Yeah.
just on Thursday evenings, I could just go dance on the grass out across from the
Mm-hmm.
venue.
Yeah. We have every Friday and Saturday night on K-Jazz. It's Latin music. And so I've
Oh,
been in my
really?
kitchen cooking or whatever for years, for
Oh,
30 some years I've been doing it. And so I make sure that whatever I'm doing in the house, I take time to do a full cha-cha to one of those numbers or something. Yeah, so
Hmm.
whatever, as long as the body is moving and I'm
Hmm.
enjoying that music. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, I've been like, because I'm retired and I've been trying to like find somebody who likes biking and hiking.
mhm.
And and it's so interesting, because I'm in my 60s and I know when I was in my 40s and 50s, the people that are now in their 70s, they used to do this stuff. And
Mhm.
then I called one friend who was like, she was like a mountain woman. She was like, she could bike up those steep hills in Oakland.
Mhm.
And I'd be so admiring her because I've never gotten that good that how you see those people climbing mountains on their bike. I'm
Mhm.
like, wow, this is good. I do flat terrain and I
Thank
can do
you.
inclines, but mountains and sea hills that look like mountains, like, I don't think I can do that. I mean, I don't mind walking up those things, but riding it, nah. And so I called her to see, I said, let's go for a bike ride. And she said she didn't bike anymore. And I'm like, oh, I mean, it wasn't a particular reason why she didn't do it anymore. Like it wasn't health. She just doesn't bike anymore. I was
But
so disappointed.
offer something else. Can we go walking together? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come dance on the lawn with me where I come to dance. Just find something else that connects.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
you lose one thing as you get older, but you have to find something. You don't have to, but it's good if you can find something to replace it.
Yeah, she didn't want to do any of that either. Um, but
Okay.
but um, but there are some elders that they walk Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they walk a little slow, but it's still nice to have them the company. And they have different places they walk throughout the Bay Area, and it's always beautiful. Like the nature is like wildflowers, and it's
Okay.
just beautiful. Not much exhaust. So we're gonna be walking today over uh let's see, I guess the Berkeley was else Emeryville Marina. No, Berkeley, some anyway, Berkeley Marina. And it's a place I like. I thought we were gonna go to Albany, but that's not happening. But that's been nice.
Good.
Being able to look forward to that because they do it religiously, even when it's overcast. We walked in the rain because it was not much, it was just a drizzle.
Yeah.
And they're like in their, well, one person, she's 82, and Sister Carol is really awesome. And then the others are in their 70s. Um, yeah, I think I'm the only one in my 60s. But yeah, yeah. So that's nice.
Okay, girl, I gotta go.
Okay.
Good. You gotta
Yeah,
go
this
because
was
you're
this
headed to
was a
something.
hmm.
Saying you gotta go because you were headed to something.
Yeah, I gotta go meet the women. I got 30 minutes to get to the walk. But
Good.
thank you so much, S Pearl.
Welcome so much.
And you have a good rest of the morning, and
You
I'll be in
too.
touch.
Okay.
And yeah, this was really, really beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we'll have to go
Yeah.
dancing when I come visit you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be there at the end of this month.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
All right, you take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.